Hello, I'm Robert Murphy and I have COVID. Okay, so the morbidity bit out of the way. I have actually recently been diagnosed or came back with the test positive for COVID. Now, it was something that, obviously I didn't really want to get, and that's the excuse I'm using for my unkempt appearance as well. This will all have to go away pretty soon, but the stages and stuff of it, and just for people's awareness around it, not actually saying anything or giving any advice per se, but just that it can be manageable and it can be something that shouldn't have to be a big deal. So for myself, I was away on a course and we were around each other in close proximity for 6 days. So by the second last day, I started to feel a bit of a tickle in my throat and I thought, okay, maybe it's just because I'm run down, I've been doing a lot, I've been getting up and running and then having a sauna and then having a bit of a swim and then all day massaging and learning and everything else. And a few late nights and of course with all of that as well, cleaning out your lymphatic system with massage, and we did a fair bit on emotional stuff. So clearing out emotional stuff for ourselves, it takes its toll. And it's not unusual, as well as that too, total diet change. So we had vegan or vegetarian diet, so hardly any animal meat or anything that I'm used to, also no coffee or any of the other sugary crap that my system's used to, so it was just detoxing over that week as well. Which is awesome to do that. The last day as well, started to feel a little bit more run down. So I had a little bit of a sore throat and I thought, okay, I'm not going to freak out about it. Then left the course, travelled for a few hours, and then one of the other guys put on a chat that they tested positive with a rat. Okay, better find some way to test myself. Luckily, we were seeing people the next day. I was able to get a rat test from them, and it started to rain there, so I wasn't able to actually do it there. So then a couple of hours down the road, where we got some dry time, conducted the rat test, and bang, positive. So I thought, okay, I don't know how reliable these things are, so I'm going to go get a PCR test in the next morning. So did that, sure enough, day later, positive came up on my phone, and I've been isolating since. So why am I saying all this? For me, it was nothing. So I am double vaccinated, I haven't yet had my booster, and I'm doing everything I can to avoid it. The symptoms I had are the sore throat, pretty well. I did have minor temperature fluctuations, so the hot and cold sort of thing, just before I went to bed on the day that I got home, as well as a very light sort of sick feeling in the stomach as well that day. Other than that, it has just been a sore throat. So what are some of the things that I've done to get over it? I have been taking my vitamins. Now I know this won't go for everybody when it comes to this, but I believe too also all the massage and everything else helping my system, eating cleanly, so everything was in good order. I was losing weight, so my system was best managed as it could be leading into this, which is probably why I had such light symptoms. It's nothing more than a bad flu. I've been to work worse than I have been feeling with this, just with ordinary stuff in the past. Probably shouldn't have, but the show must go on until it can't go on. Basically the reason is when I got home, I've got a guy close to 80 to be my first client that I'm touching. I'm not taking the chance of spreading this. So I basically put myself into isolation for those sort of reasons. I don't want to spread this around. And that's the sensible thing. A lot of people too, their responses to me being away has been, because I work in the alternate field and we've helped people get over a lot of similar sort of experiences, like flus and colds and stuff. We've assisted their bodies to be able to help that. A lot of people have just said, oh well, go do your therapies so you can just get past it. But it's not about that. Cool, I might not have the symptoms anymore, but how do I know I'm not infectious and then being able to spread it? Like, if I gave this to someone older or immunocompromised who do come to our clinic sometimes, I would never be able to forgive myself if they then got it and then expired, so to speak. So it is just a community awareness thing. Like, I'm lucky. I'm hella lucky. My mum, who was in the car next to me all that time, so she's a close contact. She's had to isolate. She got a lot more severe symptoms, but yet doing a rat test came back clear. Wasn't COVID. It may have been something else, or maybe for whatever reason it just didn't show up on her test. So you have to have that level of responsibility when it comes to this as well, which is what the main point of making this video is about. I quite easily could be out there, could be doing what I'm doing. Like, I haven't seen my wife going on about 2 weeks. I saw her briefly today, actually. She came back from work. I put a whole bunch of stuff and some rat tests that she's ordered in the garage for her to be able to open up and grab that and take off. She bought me a coffee, she left that at the front door, and we sort of said hello and goodbye through the window as she goes to stay with her parents until Monday, when I'm able to be released. It does sound like a bit of a prison sentence, so I do get why people would want to escape and do all that. The thing is, don't be reckless. It has been driving me a little bit insane. I've had stuff to keep me going. There's been a whole lot of cleaning and organising and going through stuff and finishing off things that I haven't or should have done, but just haven't got around to doing, because now I've got a whole bunch of free time. Or pros and cons when it comes to these sort of things as well. So I've been able to spend a lot more time on the computer going through the emails and talking to people about whatever else, not face to face. A lot of the time too, you're face to face all day, and then when you get home, the last thing you want to do is actually do more work and just sit on the computer until 9-10 o'clock at night, and then just go to bed and then just rinse and repeat. So I have been enjoying that. I have been enjoying too that there is so much, so I had my birthday in isolation as well, which sucked, but otherwise I just would have been at work all day because I forgot to blank that out in the calendar. So all day I was just getting knocks, deliveries dropped off, of people like buying me groceries, buying me cakes, thanks to my lovely wife for that, as well as dropping off a little care package of alcoholic ginger beer, which is the bomb. Budrum alcoholic ginger beer, if you can get it, oh, so good. And then too, it's all about management. So I've been taking my vitamins, I've been looking after myself more than I can. Like, people have just been bombarding me with sugary snacks and stuff and getting all that. Doing whatever I can to just help my system. So I have been taking Panadol and stuff normally that I would swear off, but just to manage that so I can feel a bit better, because there's being tough and suffering through that, and then there's just being stupid with that as well. And with this virus that nobody knows how or who it's going to affect and how severely, why not just take it a bit easier? So my thing for this is stay safe, but also stay smart. Look after yourself. If you do feel anything coming down, go get tested. Go look after yourself. Isolate. Increase whatever you find that helps support your system. So if it is just eating right foods, if it is taking vitamins, if it is making sure that you've got stuff stocked up in case the worst happens and you are stuck inside for 7 days or so. It's just those little steps, stuff that I didn't have because I came home from that and my fridge was empty pretty well because, well, a lot of the fruit and vegetables in there had gone off. They were no longer fit for human consumption, so thankfully, yeah, people ordered and I had a support crew around me that were able to help me in that situation as well. So have these little plans or these little action plans in place. So this goes back to my video on Actions On. So if you haven't watched that one, go watch that one. And so what happens if I do suddenly just get diagnosed and I'm in isolation? What do I need? What happens if? What if? What if? What if? And then you've got that action plan, and then you can just go through without, you know, having to spend so much money on takeaway and DoorDash and all those sort of things as well. But anyway, guys, and a little bit why things have been a bit slower at the moment. And I've just taken the opportunity to grow out my little bit of a ginger patch that's on my face. But anyway, guys, take it easy, stay safe out there. I'm Robert Murphy, and I'll see you in the next video. And I just want to really add, I am very fortunate to have the mildest of symptoms that I have. I know some people get a lot worse, so this is in no way, shape or form like a brag or anything like that. I'm forever grateful for whatever it was, that I wasn't just stuck in bed. So I'm lucky, you might not be. The next time this happens to me, if it does, I might not be as well. So take that into consideration as well, guys.